So how many of you would like to eat something like this? This is the Death by Carl's Jr. It is an $11 sandwich, and it is massive. It has got two $6 patties, spicy chicken in the middle, sourdough, bacon, mayo, special sauce. To me, it looks disgusting, and I've only been working at Carl's Jr. for the past 2 months. I've only seen it ordered once, and to me, it doesn't look very healthy at all. You know, fast food isn't very healthy to begin with. And the horrors that I've seen and the horrors that I've learned about do little to console me. So I have some alternatives to some of the drive-through nightmares. I do work at Carl's Jr., have been for the past couple of months, and I eat there probably 4 times a week or more. I cook the food, I put it together, and I try not to burn myself repeatedly giving you your fries. It takes a lot of work to be a cook, and as a cook, I've learned some things that are rather hard to swallow. Fast food is unhealthy, especially when you eat it as much as I do. And then you take a step behind the counter, you think twice about eating out again. Some of the products are even out of my jurisdiction to know what they're made of. Our ranch sauce has an ingredient called grill flavor. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not even sure my boss knows what it is. We're not allowed to know what it is. And it's one of the many things that the fast food industry that can get away with. For example, you know, I got this off of an article from I think it was forensicscientist.com or something similar to that. Can't think of the name. And it's basically, you know, there are some grilled chicken sandwiches and salads that actually contain beef. For example, the McNuggets from McDonald's contain several beef additives, disguised generally with secret names like extract or essence. Other vendors who have the same bizarrity are Wendy's and KFC's chicken grilled sandwiches. You know, if that's not enough to get you to start questioning your eating habits, let me tell you about the cleaning. We have to clean the place all the time. Clean the air vents. There is grease from the charbroiler that goes up into the air vents that I have to clean out. I swore I saw Hexus from Ferngully up there when I was cleaning it. It was disgusting. You get grease all over your hands. You can't get it off. I have to take showers repeatedly after I get home from work because it is disgusting. It is disgusting working at fast food. You have to constantly be cleaning the surfaces. You have to constantly be cleaning the tools, constantly changing your gloves. I hate breading chicken. It is absolutely disgusting. And then looking at this graph, it shows you a little bit about how much people have been eating out since, from 74 to about 2004. How much increased eating out has become for people. They spend so much money and so much time on something that is not very healthy for you and can give you a lot of health problems. Let's see. There are a lot of Americans that eat out very often these days. According to an article on United Press International, the health page, Americans eat out nearly 5 times a week. The recession has many Americans pinching pennies, but the average U.S. adult eats 4.8 meals per week in a restaurant, a survey indicates. The Living Social Dining Out survey of customer behavior conducted August 2011 among 4,000 online Americans by Mandela Research found that the most popular restaurant meal is lunch, with 2.6 meals eaten on average each week, both carry-out and dining. According to the American Diabetes Association, there are 18.8 million people diagnosed in the United States that have diabetes. It is not just kids, and it's not just, adults. It's a lot of different people that are getting this because they're eating way too much in-out food, or eating food and eating out. And you could be at risk because if you eat these too often, they're high in cholesterol, trans fat, and sugar, and that's what much of fast food is made of. There was a scientist, Kylie Kavanaugh, at the Wake Forest University Baptist Medical Center in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, United States, wondered how this fat killer would affect the risk of diabetes in a survey of some monkeys that she was looking into. She fed Some monkeys and their diet, to about 8% of their daily calories came from trans fats, and other 27% came from other fats. After 6 years on the diet, the trans fat-fed monkeys had gained 7.2% of their body weight, compared to the 1.8% of the unsaturated group. CT scans also revealed that the trans fat monkeys carried 30% more abdominal fat, which is a risk factor for diabetes and heart disease. And from this, we can also, monkeys, they're very similar to our physiological, and it would be pretty common and pretty logical to conclude that we also can develop diabetes and heart disease from eating way too much of this stuff. And we can't put ourselves through that. But don't dismay that there are other ways to eat healthy and cheaply. To just prepare yourself so that you don't have to go out as often. Be creative with your meals. Play around with the food in the kitchen. Make a calendar of different types of foods to go with the days. My family used to do pasta Monday, taco salad Tuesday, breakfast Wednesday, a bunch of different things like that. Make it themed, make it fun, and try and just experiment with the foods. Being a college kid, I've experimented with a lot of different kinds of foods that normally you wouldn't think would mix well. I've tried peanut butter and jelly cereal, where I've had peanut butter, jelly, and some cereal and just mixed it together and ate it with some milk. I've had ramen and eggs, where I fry up the ramen and I boil the ramen, add it and fry some eggs, add the seasoning, and it tastes great with hot dogs. And then you mix tuna in with your salsa, and it's a great way to have a good snack, and it also adds protein to that snack. Plan out your week. After you've been experimenting, plan out the week, write down what you would like to have to eat, small steps. Go with mac and cheese and hot dogs or Fritos, and it's actually not all that expensive. You can go to the store, $10, $15, dollars, and you have yourself a week worth of food, and you can experiment with it, and it's a lot of fun. You don't have to worry about what you're putting in your body if you're making it at home. So be creative. Figure out how to cook and have fun with it. You'll find yourself more happy, you'll be more healthy, and you'll enjoy, eating instead of having to spend the money to go to, the drive-thru and sit there forever and put emissions into the air. You don't have to put yourself through the terrifying what-ifs of fast food. You don't have to worry about the little secret ingredients, and you don't have to worry about, whether or not they did clean the little table before they put your food together. And, you don't have to worry about all the bad stuff that you're putting into your body, because you're not putting it in. You're experimenting, and you're trying healthier foods.
Good job.
It was way over. I could just feel it.